Hello, everybody. This is Alexandra Bartfeld, and our second organ talk was with Olga Zhukova, who won the Wuppertal organ competition and who is also well known for her performances of Duruflé music. It was really interesting to talk to her, and this is how it was. Today we have a special guest who is the absolute organ queen of Instagram and a winner of Wuppertal organ competition, a concert organist who has so many concerts that maybe she even sleeps in a concert dress. So, Olga Zhukova. Come on. Hey.
Hey!
Thank you for joining me. It's really nice to see you.
Nice to see you too on Instagram.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. First of all, how's life? How's everything out there?
Everything is okay. In our city, we don't have really super strict quarantine, so we can go out. Maybe not in the groups, but most of us prefer to stay most of time at home for the solidarity and yeah.
Yeah, right. It's great that you're still responsible with it. So today, by the way, today is the birthday of Bach.
Oh!
Maybe today is the birthday of Johann Sebastian Bach. Who knows? And I was just thinking that pretty much so many of us had to have a concert today.
Yeah.
And no one has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to play in Italy.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Did you have something for
Not today, but another projects are cancelled. For instance, I had a lot of projects in Switzerland, but now the borders are closed and all the projects are cancelled, so we just have to deal with that.
Yeah, well, pretty much the same here. We don't have anything now.
But you're in Russia now.
Yeah, I'm in Russia, but we're not locked down. But there are no concerts, no exhibition, no any public meetings. But we'll just get through it.
Yeah.
And do you have some Bach in your repertoire now, or are you working on Bach right now?
Oh yes, I'm actually preparing myself. It's not a secret. I think everybody who saw my videos already understood that I prepare myself to the Bach competition. But I'm so not sure it will take place because it's in not in June but in July.
I think.
Yes, and I'm not sure. But I'm still preparing, so we don't know. So there are a lot of Bach pieces in my repertoire. Yeah.
Oh, cool! Oh, it's a big thing to do, and let's hope it will. I mean, in my opinion, everything will be rescheduled for this year.
I think so, because also there are quite a lot of competitions that asking the preliminary recording till end of April. And there are a lot of people who can't really practice now, and they can't go to the church and make these recordings. So I think they should reschedule at least the deadlines, because the situation is that we can't really go and practice. And for those people, for example, in Vienna, in Austria, they can't go out, just to the pharmacy, to the shop, and to the bank. So for those who don't have organs at home, it's quite a really hard time.
Yeah. I mean, who has an organ at home?
A lot of people.
Talking about the competition, I had this question for you, because as I was studying in Germany, my teacher always, basically, he never prepared me to any competition. It was always on me, because in his opinion, competition is just a waste of time, so it doesn't give anything to your career. So what is
This is absolutely not true. Yes, actually, my career starts with Wuppertal competition. It was funny. I was really not expecting that I win, because, for example, when they were announcing the first results, who was passing to the final, I was like, okay, I know I played so badly. Just please tell me that I'm free and I can go home. Then they tell that I'm passing to the final, and when I played final, just before to go to the stage, because it was in the Wuppertal Stadthalle, so it's a huge concert hall, and I was so nervous. I was really shaking. I was like, oh God, I need 5 more minutes just to concentrate myself. And then just unexpectedly, the jury wanted to have a 10 minutes pause. And I was so lucky because I was the last who was playing, and I had to wait a really long time. And it saved me, but I was sure that I played really the worst way I could. And I was like, we were expecting the results really for the long time. And I was so tired and so disappointed, and I was telling like, please just tell me that I'm not taking the prize. I will go and sleep. But then the jury go out, and they told, sorry for that long time of discussions, because we were sure about the first prize, but we were not sure about second, third, and etc. And I was like, of course, they were not sure to give me the prize or not. I'm for sure I'm the worst. But then they just tell the third prize, the second prize, and then I was not believing that. It was very funny. But then after that, I began to receive the invitations to the concerts. So like that, people knows you. I think competitions is really important. There are several ways to build the career, and the competition is one of the ways. But the thing is that if after the competition you will do nothing, you will not try to produce yourself, to make some, I don't know, videos, posting, photos, etc. Nothing will happen. You will maybe, in the first year after competition, you will receive some invitations, but after that you should do something. You must have a good project in your head for this time.
Yeah, great. Sorry, I had to make a noise because
no problem.
Light is just coming up from the window, so I my chair. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I truly believe that personally I have quite a failure, like just lost a lot of lost time because I didn't have someone who will like help me to prepare any competition and just get ready for that. Yeah, so it's great to hear the opinion of someone who has a positive experience about that.
But I also made a different competition where I didn't pass even to the second round. It's okay. It's a good training for the nervous system, like really good training. And I think the worst experience in my life was the Bach competition. I already participated once. It was very hard because you have to be there about 1 week before, because there are 50 competitors in the first round, and you have a possibility to practice, but not much, and you're just waiting, and this is so difficult. Like on the first, everybody in the first round were, I remember everybody was, even the super strong organists were making mistakes because it was just very difficult. So I want to experience this one more time.
Yeah, that's just a
yeah.
Yeah, I had a quite similar experience last year at the Periverdi competition, where...
Congratulations for your prize. I know you get a prize, yeah.
Yeah, there are all those people who pass. There are 3 possibilities to pass the first round in the States, in Germany, and in Russia. And the first round in the States and in Germany are like 6 months away from the second round.
Yeah.
And the Russian first round is just, I think, 2 weeks before.
Several days. Okay, yeah.
No, I think like 10 days or something about that. So you have time to play, to get the result, to get back to get to Kaliningrad for the second round, and then to wait and to rehearse and wait for your performance, which is a killer. So it's all this time in between is the hardest part of the competition, pretty much.
Yes.
So I didn't see you in quite a while. I was thinking of that, but we met in Toulouse this year.
Yes. And I didn't recognize you. I was like, who is telling me hello in Russian? Oh my God, Sasha. Yeah, this was quite an experience in Toulouse.
I want to ask you how was it for you?
That was...
I will just tell for our viewers that Olga played four hands with her friend Kate. She was playing for the Toulouse des Orgues competition.
Not a competition, festival. Not a competition, no.
No, not a competition, no. I was...
Yes, we were playing in Saint-Sernin in Toulouse for the festival. First of all, it was a great honor to receive the invitation. I didn't believe my eyes. I was like, maybe this is just a concert, not a festival. This was quite hard because we were playing Petrushka for four hands, and we have to come 1 month before because we were playing practically all the ballet Petrushka, not the 3 movements from Petrushka, not the Jean Guillou version or version of Jean-Baptiste Dupont, but for four hands we did it ourselves. And for the registration it was so hard. I mean, we were making it about 3 nights. And then we came to the festival and we were asking for 1 more night in addition because it was very difficult to prepare all the registration. And thanks for our assistance because it was so hard also to register during the concert. We didn't have much time to practice. And but it was great. I mean, this organ of Kawaii Call, it's a dream. I'm so jealous for you who are in Toulouse who can play this organ because it's a big love, I must say.
I miss him a lot here. We have a question from Sandro. He asks if the church services are cancelled in Lübeck.
Yes, in Lübeck, in all Germany, it's the order from the government. All the churches are closed, not closed, but no services till 30th of April.
Okay. Wait, one more question here from Stefano.
Yeah.
When you participate at organ competition, is it like a chess match? Oh, it's disappeared. Do you want to destroy in a good way the other organist?
I would say like that. When I'm playing a competition, I'm trying to be all alone. Even if I have friends who came also to participate, I can't talk to them. So I'm so much concentrated on myself that... Actually, when I was in Wuppertal, I remember there were quite a lot of strong organists, and just when I arrived, I heard someone really good playing. I don't know why I told to myself, that's nothing, I will play better. It was just to protect my psychological, how to say, just I don't know why I say that. I didn't maybe really believe in that, but it's sometimes I say this, that sometimes I'm really concentrated on myself. And for example, me, I can't listen other people's playing before I play, and also after I just can't. I know there are a lot of people who come to the competition to make friends, to meet new people, to make connections. It's not my thing. I can't. I'm so concentrated that I can't even talk normally to other people.
Yeah, I totally feel for you. Okay, one more question. Oh, okay.
There are some questions on German. I hope I can understand it because I
will translate it anyway for everybody. if you to prefer.
I see. I understand. I already know. I just passed my B1 Prüfung with the note 1. So ich habe verstanden. Yeah. So to be 100% honest, I really, if there is a choice. First of all, it depends on the organ, because there are some concert halls where you can find an electrical organ. So in this case, I don't prefer to play in the concert halls, but I just love to play in the concert halls. This, when you go on the stage and you see all this public in front of you, much closer than in the church. But it also depends. Sometimes console is staying down, so it's like a concert hall. But it's a difficult question. Maybe concert hall I prefer mostly.
Okay, that's interesting. Don't you like the acoustic of the concert hall, of the church in the concert hall?
It depends. For example, when I played in Zurich Tonhalle, it was really great. They have a great acoustic and they had a great organ. Now they will have a new organ. That's okay. But of course, the real church acoustic in big cathedrals, that's also a nice thing to do.
Yeah, I love so much this sound effect which is created in the church, so I feel more for the church acoustic than for a concert hall. There was another question.
Yes, I see.
You're going to the Seoul competition this year.
No. Sorry, yes, I won't. But it's also a very interesting question if we will have this competition. Because also we have to record till the end of April, and I don't know if they will change the deadline. I will try, because you never know if I even don't know if I have passed to the Bach competition, because the results will be at the 20th of April.
Oh yeah, this is a problem with a pre-selection.
Yeah.
When you
but this Seoul competition is so big dream for me, because I always wanted to visit Korea. Like it's my dream. I'm a big fan of this culture.
Oh, really?
And yes, I like it.
Same problem. Let's see. But hello. Coming back to your Toulouse experience,
yeah.
I was wondering, because it's your transcription of Petrushka.
Let's say like that. There are some right problems with that, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I was wondering if someone was warning you about the problem.
No, because we are playing from the scores which are edited, from the scores for 2 pianos, so we didn't editing our own transcription, so there is no problems with that.
Okay, right, because you know the story about...
I know this story, yes.
Yeah, and I was wondering, because there is also, the transcription of Louis Robillard, Ostrov Mörtv, which he cannot publish because there are still some...
Yes, we can't publish. We can play, but we can't publish. It's true, yes.
Yeah, well, at least you can play, so it's already... Yeah, this is funny, because, I mean, it's not funny, actually, but it's... I think a lot about that. Stravinsky didn't like organ. And he said that organ is a monster who cannot breathe. And
I know quite, not a lot of people, but I know a lot of composers which don't like organ. But that's okay. First of all, sometimes people don't like organ because they never heard someone good playing. But Stravinsky was in Paris. I don't believe he didn't heard a good organ playing. But
yeah, I was wondering because I can imagine his music on the organ so well.
Yes, it really sounds good.
Yeah. Wait a second, we'll watch our questions. How do you go about learning a new piece? Asked Andy.
How do you go about them? What does mean go? Like how I do this?
I think so.
I just take a text. I'm starting to learn, but usually I'm learning like not more than 2 pages a day. So I'm making a planning, like I never could learn like all pieces in one day. I became too tired, and usually I have to learn a lot of pieces. So I'm having like schedules, sometimes even one variation a day, if it's regular, for example, or something like that. So I divide it every time. I dividing every time the piece in a little sections and learning section by section.
Have it ever happened to you if you get, for example, like a tiny Bach chorale of 2 pages and you spend the whole week working on it because you can't get into the tiny details?
No, when it's a little thing, I do it fast. So it depends.
Okay.
We have another question there.
What is your favorite organ?
It's a question. Okay. My favorite organ. Oh my God. One of the favorites is the Walker organ in the Riga Cathedral. Of course, Cavaillon in Toulouse, and I was very much in love with our oily organ in St. Petersburg Conservatory, which is now closed. Oh my God, yes, but it's a very nice organ for the concert hall.
Okay, do we have questions?
Yes, no, we have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
This is not a question. Here is the best acoustic, the big church in Munich, and this, okay. As Russian organist, when you play on large basilics with 10 of reverb, for example, for you is more complicated? No, it's not complicated because, yes, even when I was learning in Russia, in the class of Daniel Zareski, he always made about 2-3 organ travels in Europe, and we had the possibility to play in the big cathedrals. So he was really teaching us how to play in every acoustic. So yeah. No problem.
Also to be noticed that in Russia we also have Catholic and Protestant churches.
Yes, we have.
With organs.
Yeah. Yes, I mean in Kaliningrad it's a big chance because Kaliningrad Cathedral has a really difficult acoustic because it's huge, and you have to really learn to play in this acoustic, but not in St. Petersburg.
I mean, but still in Moscow there are quite a few churches, for example, with the organs, but they're not as big as the cathedral here, but.
Yeah.
But still, it's not a whole acoustic. It's not that dry.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have this experience of studying in Moscow and St. Petersburg. So it's quite different for you and for me. And I'm still very curious about the transcription and stuff because it was my first time attending the Toulouse Les Orgues. And I was wondering that on all of these beautiful historical organs, quite a big part of the repertoire they played were transcriptions.
Yes.
So I was asking myself, why is like organ repertoire, the classical repertoire, is getting old? Or why do we take this approach?
That's a good question. Maybe we just have now this, how to say this? This became the mainstream. I don't know.
I was also thinking, if you have the orchestra has this ability of changing the color sounds rapidly, like within a part of a second. We have this chance on organ also when we have a combination. But if we come to, in Toulouse, it's not a critic for you or whatever, because everyone did that. But it's quite a job for assistant, for example, to make it possible, and for you also to.
But the thing is that for two organists, there is not so much beautiful repertoire. I mean, I'm sorry for Hesse, but his sonatas I don't like. And Bach, no, I don't like. Then Bach, you can't really play in Saint-Sernin. You can, yes, you can, of course, but not this. It sounds not like. Then you can't. We took the original thing of Naji Hakim,
Yeah.
and then we were quite a lot searching for a good, interesting repertoire, but we didn't like it. So that's why we were making 2 transcriptions, which actually fits very good organ.
Yeah, it does. It's not only about your concert, it's pretty much the general take of many people, and not only in Toulouse, to play.
Maybe also because Toulouse Organ Festival is so big, and I think they have already played a lot of different pieces there, so people maybe want to hear something new. And maybe because there are not a lot of new compositions for organ which are really interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
And which are, how to say, listenable to all people, because I like the modern stuff, but I know that I always trying to think about normal people who came to listen music, they are not prepared to listen that. So you can play 1 or 2 modern pieces, but not all the concerts of modern pieces. They can't. Even Stravinsky was quite difficult for some of them. So, for example, in Switzerland, you can't play modern pieces because you can, but I remember I was playing a Duruflé program, and already Duruflé was quite difficult for some people. So, yeah.
Yeah, I had the same experience quite a few times for being blamed as a church for playing Messiaen for the...
Oh my God. Mm-hmm.
I know, like...
In France?
Music.
No.
In France, yes.
It's not possible. Like, he's a god in France.
Yeah. So there are, more contemporary it gets is a way of complexity, more education, preparation it needs.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it's true.
There are still, we have Jean-Baptiste Robin, we have Guillaume Ledriot, and the people who write music are more harmonic way, or like more listenable.
Yes, I like Robin pieces.
I do too.
Really?
Ask him. Yeah. Yeah, I see. I have quite... Oh, by the way, talking about the music which is not that well known for public, I have a question to these 15 people who are listening to us right now. If you guys can name any Russian composer who wrote a piece for organ. Let's see what.
Oh, there is one who will say now.
Yeah, there is one who knows for sure.
Do you know the Titanic organ of what? Bartfeld? No, I don't know.
Me neither. Is this a Welte Philharmonie organ? Which was how do you say? Which can play the old recordings, or which one is that?
Jean-Baptiste Dupont. Glazunov. Yeah, but you're a star in Russia, of course. That's not fair.
Well, can you guess, Olga, who is our next guest on this talk?
I should guess. German, French, or Russian?
French.
French. Okay, either it's your professor, ex-professor, either maybe it's Jean-Baptiste Dupont himself.
Yeah,
oh, that's great. Actually, you can ask him for the transcriptions, because I heard he was playing like a lot of transcriptions, and he's doing a lot of transcriptions by himself. Yeah. I think he can tell much more than me about this question. So,
yeah, I'll think about that. No, it's not. No. Yeah, this is mechanical organ. Yeah, I personally have heard about that, but I've never experienced anything. Did you? this Welte organ?
No, I don't know anything about it, unfortunately.
Okay, do we have any more questions, guys?
You can ask on French, German, Russian, and English.
Okay, and as long as everybody are thinking what they can ask you, I have a fun part for you, Olga.
Oh, I'm scared.
And you're right. I have 10 questions.
Oh no.
Which I want to ask really fast, and you can answer only yes or no.
It's like a Posner
Yes.
program. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Of course. Okay. Have you ever side read at the concert?
Side read.
No.
What means side read?
Przeczytać z lista.
At the concert? No.
Yeah.
One little part. Okay. Yes. One little part. It was on my exam. Yes.
At your exam. Okay, we'll hear more about that later.
Yeah.
Have you ever slept in the church?
Yes.
Have you ever played a mass after having a big hangover?
Oh yes.
Have you ever played by heart and forgot part of the piece and improvised it?
Yes.
Have you ever ripped your concert clothes?
Sorry?
Have you ever ripped your concert trousers, for example?
Ripped? Вырвал, в смысле, не порвать?
Порвать. Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, I did.
Nice.
Have you ever been...
I want to hear about that. Okay.
Play more Zurufle, it's fine.
Okay.
Have you ever been late to your own concert?
No.
Have you ever played the music you totally dislike?
Yes.
Have you ever thought on quitting your job for having a better money?
No.
No.
Okay. Only after difficult concerts, just for a joke, I always think, okay, if I will not be an organist, I can sell the flowers. Yes.
Or do the nails.
Yeah, no, I don't like to touch people I don't know. I have a phobia, sorry.
Okay, so we have some more questions. Thank you, it was fun. Do you like German or French organ? Which one do you like better?
Oh, that's a difficult question. I mean, which style? I can't say. No, it depends on the music and also which classical German or Baroque German or Romantic German or Romantic French.
Neo-Baroque German.
Neo-Baroque. In comparing with French style or the
Oder. Now, have you experienced like Schuke from the 60s or something like that?
Yes.
What in your opinion would be
I had a
best repertoire for that?
I don't know. I don't remember. I have experience, but if you will give me more details, like which style with which registers, is it warm sound or not so warm, and are there a lot of 8 foods and yeah.
Okay. No, we have. I mean, from my experience in Germany, there were so many organs which were quite similar with, they call it like upside down pyramid with very less 8 footsteps and like going up with mixture and klein mixture, gross mixture, and like really getting really aggressive in the high pitches, which is neo-Baroque, but it's still not Baroque for playing Bach, and it sounds most of the time just like aggressive.
But also some Baroque organs, maybe I will say some terrible thing, but for me, Zilberman mixtures sometimes too much. I mean, don't kill me.
For sure they are strong, but I mean, I think that in the neo-Baroque organs, the lack of the 8-foot basis or like even 16, it's really significant.
Mm-hmm.
Disturbs me much more than the original Baroque organ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you think.
Good question, because sometimes in a real Baroque organ something is missing. I'm a big fan of the warm piano, if you understand. So even in cavaillé organ, which the tutti is not very. It's aggressive, but it's warm. I don't know how to explain it, but also like Walker tutti is very warm. It's not like your ears have no pain when you are hearing this tutti. I like very much this kind of organs.
Yes.
We have some questions. On which organs do you prefer, play pneumatic or mechanical? Of course, mechanical traction, but I don't like when the action is too hard to play. So maybe with the Barker or another system, like in Lausanne and Saint-François, they had a system. It's not really a Barker system, but it helps to play. Pneumatic, I have no problem to play pneumatic organ, because I was an organist in the church where we had a Wolf organ. This is a pneumatic one in the French style, which were inaugurated by Louis Vierne himself. So as I was playing a lot this organ, now I have no problems with pneumatic action. But of course, the first time I was playing pneumatic organ, I was scared. Like, I can't play even one passage.
It's a hard take for everyone.
Yeah, I was wondering, you are a lot of time in Switzerland and Lübeck. Do you have more homes, or is it to travel for rehearsal? Homes. No, I have only one home in Lübeck, and in Switzerland I was living for 6 years, 5.5. It was my home, but now I have another home. And Switzerland is more for the projects, concerts, and it's a travel, yes. How long does it usually take to learn a new piece? Oh, it very much depends on the piece. If it's regular, it takes half a year, at least. Also, Duruflé for me was not a requiem, but the suite. It took a lot to practice and to learn, several months. But if it's a Bach piece, normal piece, big one, maybe 2 weeks, if I don't have another projects, if I can really practice every day. So it takes about 2 weeks. But then I also need time to get it in my hands, so to make it really stable. Unfortunately, you can't play fast. I'm not so sure that we can't play fast on the pneumatic organs. I think we can.
It depends.
It depends. Yes, there are organs where it is not really possible. But I think that it's possible. It depends which fast.
Yes, there are those pneumatic organs when even the stop traction is slow, so it really depends of the quality of the working wind inside.
The worst thing that when in pneumatic organs you have different manuals with different
delay?
Отставание. Yes, with different delay. This is really difficult. Once I was playing even a trio sonata of pneumatic organ. That was quite an experience, but yeah. Musique traditionnelle et orgue. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire traditionnelle?
Народная, ближе к этнической.
Okay. Why not? I heard some projects with traditional music. It sounds good. I mean, it depends on the country, because some of traditional music was playing on the little portatives and positives, so it's actually written for organ. So
yes. Well, for example, Gunnar Indestam is a Swedish organist. He has a project with some traditional Swedish instrument, which is also interesting. I think they have a CD with.
Okay.
But I think it's still really rare.
Yes, it's rare. For Russian music, yeah, not maybe in the style of improvisation, because a lot of, but not real traditional, because a lot of people are improvising on the "Vopoly Berezka Stoyala," but this is not really a traditional song. If you will, I was making a folklore researching when I was in the musical college, and this is really the popular folklore songs is not what they really sing in the villages. So.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Jean Guillou was playing a transcription of Mussorgsky. What's the name for it in English? Ночь на лысой горе. Night at the whatever mountain.
Bald mountain? I don't know.
I know. He was playing it with organ and the orchestra of Russian traditional instruments.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which was like mind blown, very special.
Are you both in Russia now? Is there a quarantine now? I'm not in Russia. I'm in Germany. Sasha is in Russia. Sasha.
In Russia, we don't have quarantine, but universities are closed, and also, there are no concerts, no public meetings or
theaters are also closed. Yes, I know, but
yeah, but we're able to get outside, and we're still 3 people.
Саш, там говорят, что тебя не слышно. I cannot listen the organs upstairs.
Okay. I do my best.
Yes.
But if you take the...
Sorry, I don't know Arabic. I know only English, German, French, and Russian. Only. Did you already play all the Vierne symphonies? Yes, I played the first, but to be honest, without one part. And I like them very much. And 2 parts from the third one. Quarantine in Germany, yes, we have a quarantine. Some cities are closed. Even you can go out only for the urgent situation, or to the food, or to the bank, but not in Lübeck. Not yet, because actually a lot of people don't listen to the government and go outside with big groups, which is totally stupid. They're not respecting, and that's why they have to close more and more cities for the really strict quarantine, because some people just don't understand that it's not time to go out. Dans les offices, souvent des chants traditionnels étaient utilisés.
Oui, ils sont toujours encore... oui, ils sont souvent. N'est-ce pas?
Oui. Ici en Allemagne. Here in Deutschland. How it's in English? Germany. I didn't heard a lot of traditional music in the church, but in Switzerland, yes. Are you a church organist in Lübeck now? Yes, I'm working in one church, not in Lübeck, but near Kiel, about 1 hour and a half. Near.
Asking the previous questions, they have in France they have still those type of traditional mass, like Creole mass or like mass Florentine, where they use traditional chants.
I don't see you playing any Franck piece. Don't like it? I like Franck, and I was playing Franck. It's just not in my projects now, but I was playing 2 or 3 his pieces. I like it, but maybe it's not what touching me now. Now I want to make more Reger and Bach pieces. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm also sad about that, but I want to play so many pieces, but I can't make it all in one time. Hello. Zvuk Alexandra.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the sound working. I don't know if it's better. Can you hear me well?
Something in my house. You know what?
You know what?
Yes, I know what.
Yes, I know what.
What is
colleagues
from the
German courses.
Окей. Так уж успешно теперь я готовлюсь.
Кстати, да,
эхо мне теперь тоже слышно.
Да, потому что я наушники сняла, и у меня все идет в громкость. Значит, будем работать над этим.
Ну ладно, да.
Ладно. Do we have any more questions, or we can let our amazing Olga free?
Echo. Yes, we know we have an echo. It works this way. Maybe friends who don't listen really, who don't hear Sasha, it's better to listen in the earphones. How it's called? Headphones, yes. Which reggae piece would you like to learn first? Now I'm making a Passacaglia in F minor, and then we shall see what happens then. It's already quite a difficult piece for me. Oh yes, I understand. I couldn't imagine already that an organist don't play a lot of Frank, but I understand. Yes, Frank is something like basic, and but yes, I played it, but not now. Which is the performance life like? Performance life is like your home is in the trains and in the planes, so the life is very moving, and there is a lot of stress, but me personally, I've chosen that style of life because I like this. I always was dreaming to travel a lot, to have this concert stress, because when you first go to the stage, you have a lot of adrenaline in your blood, and after several successful performances, you begin to have this, it's like a drug, so you need this adrenaline in your blood, so you do it again and again. Even sometimes when I had a really stressful concert, because come on, we are all having a stress before the concert. This is quite an interesting theme to talk about, because the most popular question: how do you deal with the stress? I don't deal with the stress. I just let him to be with me. But I remember before some really super important concerts, I was talking with a special psychologist who helping musicians, and there are several practices to do before the concert. But actually, to be very honest, the only thing that can help you to deal with stress is to be well prepared. I mean, the best thing I can advise you is to play the piece. Even if you play with mistakes, don't stop, and before the rehearsals, play it from the beginning till the end about 3 or 4 times non-stop. It will help you.
And try the 65 challenge.
Oh yes, it helps.
Yeah, it's really
you can look in their highlights. 65 challenge. It helps. We have a lot of questions.
Yeah, well, I have a question for you too. How many concerts you have a month, or like
a month? Oh, it depends. I always have a lot in summer and autumn. But then it depends. It's a season, yes. But then, are you planning to make any recordings? Yes, I'm planning to make recordings. I still have to record with the WDR 3, Westdeutsch Radio 3 in Köln. And also make... Sorry?
What you're recording with then?
We are still finding out, but I think it will be a completely Bach CD.
Oh, great!
Are you playing? Yeah. What do you think about Arvapert? I love Arvapert. It's my big love. I just big fan. I had several projects with Arvapert music, with choir and solo. I very often play in his Pari Intervallo on the concerts, and I think this is a heaven music. When I'm playing his Salve Regina with choir, I'm crying. I can't. This is music. I have no words. I just love him. What organ piece that you love to listen to but you hate to play? Good question.
Isn't it tricky?
Love to listen but hate to play. You mean maybe too hard to play? Maybe. I can't say that I hate to play because I practically never hate to play something, but maybe Durofle toccata is quite hard to play, and I very much like to hear how I'm playing it myself on YouTube. But when I'm playing, it's so difficult. Is Alexandra playing to make recordings too? Alexandra, are you playing to make recordings too?
Not right now. I mean, I'm doing some recordings for me for YouTube and for my Instagram channel. There is also my recording of Vidro's Symphonie Gothique, which I posted just a couple days ago. But there are no big projects coming. But I have big plans, but I just need to find the platform to start on.
О, Вася, спасибо большое. Просто всегда очень сложно ее играть. И каждый раз перед токкатой думаешь, господи, все, это последний раз, я больше не буду выступать. I was telling, because my friend told me she helped me a lot she was assisting when I was playing a lot this toccata of Durofle, and she told that you playing it always good. I said, yes, I'm playing it maybe good, but every time I'm so stressed that before. And it's so difficult emotionally and physically that, yeah.
Yeah,
yes, there are a lot of Arabic messages, but I'm sorry, I don't understand.
They said that this Durofle toccata is one of the most difficult to play.
Bitte.
Oh, I cannot help this. I don't understand it neither. Okay, if you have any more questions in Russian, English, or German.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
I do agree with that.
To hear. It was a great job, and thanks to Benjamin Righetti, who helped me a lot to realize this. It was his idea to make this video recording, and it was his apparatur. So, did you find difficult to learn a foreign language? When I started English, I was learning from childhood, so it's okay. But when I came to Switzerland, I didn't know French. So I started to learn French, and I thought I will never speak this language because it was so difficult. Because when you're a child, it's much more easy to learn a foreign language. But when you're more adult, this is very difficult. But that helped me when I moved to Germany, because I just knew that I can do it, and I went to the intensive courses, and from November till now I already know it's on the B1 level, so so I don't think it's so difficult.
In my opinion, there is also much easier to learn the next language when you already learned one.
Yes. Ja, ich übersetze jetzt. Что такое übersetze?
Я переведу. Сейчас переведу. We have another question. What are some of your other favorite Durofle?
Requiem. Requiem is my love. I don't know why, but after the first time I was playing it, then every year I receive a new invitation to play this music because it's so big love. Every time I'm not playing it for some months, it's like a boyfriend. I miss him so much. So, sorry, but what are some of your... okay, yes. I know there is not much, haha. Yeah, there is not so much because he was too critical to himself. And even he detested, he hated his toccata, and he told to his students and to his wife not to play this toccata. This is just insane. Everybody loves his toccata, and he's famous for this toccata. But he himself, he hated. He told that because his wife told him, yes, why do you hate this piece? There is a nice sauce. You understand sauce, everything which is, because he didn't like the main theme of this toccata. He told, yes, but the sauce without meat is not a good food. Requiem for sure. Yes, Requiem.
It's incredible. It's incredible that the suite by Dorothea is just the opus 5.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's the same question to the host learning the language. To the host. Okay, I will introduce myself for a second. I'm Alexandra Bartfeld, and we're friends for a long, long time with Olga. So, I do speak also. Do we speak the same languages now?
Yes,
yeah.
English, German, French, and Russian.
Yeah.
I always also speak a little bit Ukrainian, but what is your favorite
I speak
Florence
a little bit
piece?
of Polish.
Florence piece. Wait a minute, I forgot. Какое-то у него есть произведение, что-то там с крестом связано. Ты не помнишь, как называется? I don't remember the name.
Which one?
I don't remember the name. I'm very sorry. I didn't play Florence.
There are not so many. L'Enfant Noir, L'Ode, Du but sur le soleil, et Croix de Jude.
Croix de Jude. That's what I like a lot. How old are you? Who?
It's not a polite question to ask a lady. So.
Das ist unhöflich. We're very young. Yet.
Well, the way we feel.
Yeah.
So if we don't have any more questions, I think it's time to announce that the next guest will be coming on Tuesday, also at 3 p.m. Central European Time, or at 5 in Moscow, and it will be amazing Jean-Baptiste Dupont who will join us. We're young. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Olga. Thank you so much. It was really fun to
Let
see.
Sasha answer about the languages. Sasha,
about the language. Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, I came in Germany without speaking German, and I came to France without speaking French. So it just you live through this experience, and it comes by itself, I think.
Thank you for everything you do. Oh, thank you very much for following. Yes, I agree with you for Croatia. Yes, it's amazing piece. Do you both have YouTube channels? Yes. My toccata is not... You have, Sash, YouTube channel?
Yeah, I do have one. Yeah, it's in construction now.
Yeah, the Dürrfle toccata is not on my YouTube channel. It's on the channel of the High School of Lausanne, but you can find it. Thank you, Olga. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the insight. Dürrfle didn't like his toccata. Yes. We just talked about the Dürrfle hated his toccata and.
Bon, d'accord. Merci beaucoup de m'avoir rejoindre. Oui. И большое спасибо всем. Thank you everybody for joining us, and it will stay for 24 hours online, so you'll be able to.
Thank you, Sasha, for making this great. How to find Olga's channel? Just do Olga Zhukova in organ in YouTube. Okay. Yes. Приятно слушать. Спасибо большое. Thank you all. Thank you, Sasha, for this.
Thank you, everybody.
Project. I think this is an amazing idea, and I was very happy to participate.
Great. Thank you so much, and we'll see each other on Tuesday with Jean-Baptiste Dupont from France. Bye, everybody.
Cheers.